Hi and welcome to this new FreeCad tutorial. Last time we learned how to make a simple cylinder. Now we're going to redo this work, but this time we're going to focus on the tree view and learn how to use it. And then we will learn how to use and add constraints in your sketch. Let's redo a cylinder. If you remember, last time we used the circle drawn in a 2D plane to start our work. We do the same here. Create a new sketch, then choose a plane, then we draw a circle and we exit the sketch. We see on the tree view, left side of your screen, that our recently created sketch has appeared. To keep track of our object in the tree view, we're going to rename it. Select Sketch and press F2 or right-click and rename to rename it to Circle. We now make the pad operation. Select Circle, the sketch turns green, then press Pad. Choose the length in pad parameter if you want and press OK. The pad operation appears now in the tree view. Rename it to Cylinder. We notice a right arrow next to Cylinder. By hitting it, you can expand the tree view. We see now what sketch was used to perform the pad operation. Here, it was the circle sketch. We can now learn a new particularity of the tree view, the visibility. As you see, circle is grayed because it's currently invisible, while cylinder is colored because it's visible in a main screen. To toggle the visibility of an element, select it in the tree view and hit the spacebar, or you can right-click and toggle visibility. We now want to see your circle sketch to add constraint to it. Make it visible and look for it in your screen. Here it is. To have a better view, make the cylinder disappear. By default, FreeCad will turn visible only the last operation you have made to display the updated view of your object. Let's edit a circle sketch now. Right-click and hit Edit or double-click it to get back to the sketch editing view. We are now going to focus on the two windows on the left side, Solver Message and Constraint. Constraint is empty for now, and the sketch solver tells us our sketch is under constraint with 3 degrees of freedom. Let's try first to guess what those 3 degrees of freedom are. We can do that by trying to move a sketch with our mouse. If I click and glide on a circle, I can change freely the diameter of the circle. That's 1 degree of freedom. If I do the same with the center of the circle, I see that I can move freely a circle on the X and Y axis. That's our second and last degree of freedom. We know what those degrees of freedom are. We can constrain them one by one using the constraint toolbox here. We start with the easier, the circle diameter. Select the circle by hitting it. Remember that selected geometry turns green. And then hit Fix the radius of an arc or a circle. And then you just input the radius you want. A constraint, drawn in red, has now appeared both on the main screen and under the Constraint tab on the left side. You can move constraint to keep your drawing clear. Notice that once this parameter is created, we can't move the radius with our mouse like before. This is now fixed by a parameter. You can double-click on it to modify it. Solver is now updated and tells us there is still 2 degrees of freedom. We're going to fix the center of the circle on the x-axis to remove 1 degree of freedom. Hit once on the center, then once on the x-axis, both turn green, then hit here, fix a point onto an object. We now see that we can only move a circle in one direction, which represents the last degree of freedom of the sketch. We repeat the same operation on the y-axis. Our sketch has turned in bright green, meaning it's totally constrained. Solver confirms the sketch is fully constrained too. There is often many ways to constrain a sketch. Let's see other ways here. I delete the constraint 2 and 3 in the constraint window and replace them with a coincident constraint between 2 points, the center of the circle and the origin. That's another way to do it. We could also use length to put a circle in the desired location. I delete the coincident constraint and replace it with horizontal and vertical distance between 2 points. As always, select first the 2 points and then hit the Constraint button. Our sketch is now fully constrained. We can exit it and make the cylinder visible again with the spacebar. Notice how the pad is automatically updated to the new parameters of positioning and the diameter we just changed. We're done for this video covering the usage of the tree view and how constraints works. We now have all the tools needed to see other ways to create or remove materials. But that's for the next video. If you like this tutorial, take a second to hit the like button and or leave me a comment about what you wish to design in FreeCAD. Thanks for watching, see you soon for tutorial 3, bye bye!